Hey Roulette Fools, Brent with AOB here, and we, as promised, going to show you our secret curry recipe. I'm in here with Mrs. AOB, so let's get started. Okay, here's what you'll need. You'll need a sweet potato. I have two only because I had to, so I'm gonna cook them both up, but really you only need one. Chop them up, and then you're gonna add a little bit of water to this. Then you're gonna put a lid on it, and you're gonna microwave it for about 5 minutes. We have a couple cans of coconut cream. I normally use Oroide, but I'm gonna try Sunly, which is also another brand. You can see the coconut cream, how thick it is. If you buy a can of coconut milk or coconut cream in the can and you open up and it's literally like a little bit of this, but a bunch of clear water, try not to use that. We got baby corn here. We got our My Ploy yellow curry, which is milder than red curry, so that's what we're using tonight. Kaffir lime leaves, that's an extra, you don't have to, but I'm gonna show you how we use it. And a little bit of brown sugar in case we want to take a little of the acid away and kind of sweeten up the curry in case these sweet potatoes aren't as going as well as we thought. Over here behind us, we have Mrs. AOB cutting over here on the broccoli to bite-sized pieces. Wow. That's really nice. So she'll be doing that over there while I'm finishing over there. Okay, so first thing, we're gonna put the curry into the blender along with the sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna microwave these first, and then we'll come back and we'll put those in the blender, and I'll show you how we do that because you wanna add them one at a time to get the right thickness. And we're gonna add this along with a heaping spoonful of the yellow curry and a little bit of brown sugar to taste, and then we'll get on with the cooking. All right, we're back. Potatoes are done. I actually ended up putting those in for about 8 minutes. So you can see they're nice and hot. Don't worry about overdoing them. You can see how nice and soft they are because they're gonna be going in the sauce. Now, if you wanna thicken up your sauce, things you can do if you have extra is don't cook them separately. So cook these nice and soft to thicken up the sauce, and then cook some about 50% so they're not super firm, but they're not soft. Dice them up and put them in your curry. Then you're gonna get the chicken and the coconut and the sweetness, and then you're gonna get chunks of curry. Or you can definitely substitute this for pumpkin, which is amazing. If you're gonna do either, what you can do, especially with pumpkin, and go to the Asian store, they sell a harder pumpkin that's better for this type of stuff. You can cube up your pumpkin, which would be obviously skinned because it's pumpkin, right? And then you can kind of fry it with a little bit of butter and a little bit of brown sugar, and it'll golden up and crisp up those pieces. When you put them in your curry, it's delicious. So anyway, okay, what we're gonna do now is, we've got our Vitamix blender here. We're going to put our coconut milk into the blender, coconut cream. And again, if you're just cooking for yourself and a couple people, one big can, one of these big cans is perfectly enough. But we're making a jumbo size one because we're having people over that like to eat.
Who are you talking to?
I'm doing a video, Mother. This is my mom, everybody. That's my mom. She just came up here. So everybody, this is Grandma AOB, and she's here to say hi. So, all right, back. Okay, we're back. So we have our My Ploy, and we're gonna take a nice big heaping spoonful. And in this case, I didn't get as much. It's trouble because I'm having to use a camera in one hand, my phone in one hand. So I'm gonna start off, actually, because we're doing kind of a double batch. I'm gonna put, a decent amount in here. If you're starting out for the first time, just put a little in there, blend it, taste it, keep blending it, tasting it. That's the safe way to do it. All right, so we're gonna put that back on there. We're gonna put the lid on first initially. We're gonna start blending it. I'm gonna edit out the sound because it's gonna blow your ears away, but. And don't do that. I accidentally flipped it to high instead of low. Not paying attention. Anyway, that's all right. So to go all over like that. All right, once we get it nice and blended. Okay, I'm gonna pause and we're gonna be right back while Mrs. AOB cleans up this big mess. Yeah, she's like, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. All right, we're back after cleaning up on aisle 5. So we're gonna we'll add 2 at a time here so you can see what that looks like. We'll add our lid on. This time, make sure your high is on low. Okay, everything's on low. When I start it going. Flip it on high. Okay, I can already tell it's still too thin because we're using an additional, we're doing extra. We're doing basically 2.5 cans. So we're gonna add another couple. We'll easily probably use all of these. And put our lid back on. What do you need?
I'm watching it.
All right, make sure everything's on low again, right? All right, let's check it out now. All right. We got this nice, you can see this nice thick sauce going on here. We're gonna taste it. That's good. That being said, it's still a little grainy. We want it silky smooth, so we're gonna stick this on the blender, stick the Vitamix on high, which by the way, if you don't know, Vitamix, you can make hot soups. That's how fast and high this thing blends. If you don't have a really good blender, you can still do it, but your sauce may be a lot thicker. All right, I'm gonna pause this and we'll be back. All right, we're back. You can see this sauce, well, it's probably tough to tell, but this sauce is just silky smooth now after blending on high for about 1 minute, and tastes delicious. I'm not gonna add any brown sugar to it because we added so much sweet potato that it's sweet enough. So we're gonna put our curry away. Always a rum and Coke, which is good. Right? And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these kaffir lime leaves. They have a very nice limey lemon flavor to them. Normally I would just start cooking and pour the curry in over to a cooked chicken that we'll do here in a second. But what we're gonna do to make it extra special is we're gonna pour the curry sauce into this pan, and we are going to simmer it with the lime leaves, which will give it a great flavor the longer it simmers together. I'm gonna scoop that out with a spatula on the break. We're gonna get that simmering. We're gonna put about maybe 6 or 7 lime leaves in there. Doesn't really matter. If you want, you can kind of crush them a little bit. That'll bring out some of the flavor. You can get these at the Asian market. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. So we're just gonna put those in like that. And then we're gonna simmer this, and before we put it in with the chicken, we'll take a ladle with slots in it and we'll pull those out so that people don't have those in their thing. Now we're gonna start cooking our chicken. I'll show you how we'll do that in just 1 second, the easy way, so you have less cleanup. All right, so we got our rice in here. See the rice in here. It's been rinsed several times. I'm using sticky sweet rice, but you can use whatever, white rice you want to use, or even, God forbid, brown rice. But white sticky rice, I'm gonna put it in here. We're gonna set it on sweet rice, and we're gonna go. This is Zoji Jushi cooker. We love these. They're really nice. Now we come over here to our chicken. Now remember I told you I don't use the cutting board because then you have extra mess. So what I do is, and I can't do it right now because I'm gonna hold it, but I'm gonna literally just sit here and I'm gonna chop these pieces up with the scissors, right? And that's what I'll do. And I'll have a thing full of, and then all I have to do is wash the scissors, okay? So I'm not gonna keep you here for that. Sauce is simmering, really nice, thick and smooth, silky smooth. We'll fill this up in water. Don't leave this in your blender. It'll get kind of dry and hard. You can see we have some broccoli and baby corn that we'll be throwing in there soon. So once I get this chopped up and we're ready to put this in here, we'll be back. All right, cheers. Okay, so we're back. You can see we cut up all these pieces into nice bite-sized pieces. We're gonna fry them up. Now this is an important step. Fry up your chicken by itself. Don't worry about seasoning it. And when it's cooked, or almost cooked, you're gonna drain out all of this water. See all that liquid that the chicken's releasing? Because if you don't, A, it's gonna dilute your sauce, and B, it can cause your sauce to split and it won't be a nice, smooth, consistent sauce. So we're gonna cook this up. Then all that's left is drain it. We're gonna add the vegetables here. And you can put whatever veggies you can put. We're using baby corn and broccoli. I didn't have time to get bamboo shoots, or I couldn't find them, I should say. And we're gonna add it, put it all together, simmer it. And once the rice is done, serve it over rice, and boom, you're done. Literally, if I didn't have to watch the video and I wasn't cooking a big double recipe, if I was cooking normal, we would have done this whole thing probably in about 10 minutes. So anyway, we'll be back and we'll show you the rest, okay? We're back for the finale. Look at that. We added the sauce, simmered it with the chicken. That, my friends, watch this. That's a curry waterfall. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. So there's Boss Lady. All right, we're gonna eat.